do it, someone is going to say something. If you don't do it, someone's still going to say something. Oh! What you need to do is whatever is required to move forward. Fucking hell. Over at Apollo in Cov, going through a pull session, hinge day, so hopefully some decent deadlifts on the cards, probably a row after. Over there with Jason, he's in a growth phase now, he's been growing very well, very nicely, performance flying, everything in a good spot. So I'm gonna get a look at him at the end and get a look at myself. On my last video, I said I was starting prep on the 28th. It turns out I'm actually starting prep on the 24th. So where are we now? 6th? So not a long while at all till prep starts, which I'm very excited for. First assisted prep, and yeah, it is likely to be a vastly different look to my last prep, which was natural. So you'd hope there'd be a big difference, wouldn't you? Anyway, let's crack on and get into it. So with a first exercise, this is usually where you're going to be, well, this is my first exercise, my first pulling exercise. You're going to be colder than you are going to be down the line in the session. So in my opinion, it's going to be smart to take more feeder sets, warm-up sets on your first movement, and then into your session, if you're pretty warm, you'll need maybe one set to kind of feel out the movement, and then you can just jump straight into that working set. But don't walk in the gym and just go, no warm-up, top set, snap your shit, have a terrible time. Oh! Big thing people get wrong on a pull down is letting their chest cave in into that shortened position. So that's where it's getting difficult. They're just trying to finish that rep. But for you to fully contract the lat, that chest needs to stay up. Oh! Oh! I did 230, but now I can't remember if I added a 5 or a 10 aside. No, it was 230. I needed 225. 230 for 4. Try and get more than 4 on 225. Preset nerves. Oh! I have no idea how many that was. Lower back feels cooked. As he's going to be done so much before me, it would be a bit shit to look at him after the session, so I'll have a look at him now. Lots of rest time for the row, so if I get no reps and I'm weak, then shit. Definitely the better side. Hit that side again. Side chest looks stupid now. Could always be better. Time to row. Non-shit row. Well, it will be poor, it won't be perfect form, but I think if you get so obsessed, especially on something like a bent over row, with perfect form, you're not going to lift very heavy. Basically, you're not going to be working at the potential you could, in my opinion. A bit of back extension, I'm not going to be worried about. I'm trying to train my erectors here. If I wanted a really strict upper back row, I'd pick something chest supported and probably a machine. And with stuff like this, I feel like you can't win. If you're overly strict, someone's going to say, oh, you're being too strict, you're being a bit of a pussy. If you're being a bit too sloppy, like, oh, you're just ego lifting. So, do what you want, I guess. Fucking hell. Something I've spoken about a lot recently with my clients is being able to just crack on even when things are a bit shit. Mentally, you're not in the best space. But if you've already had bad things happen, try to not let that carry on and kind of take over other parts of your life. Like for me, I had a pretty not good time in December. I still didn't miss a session. Was everything perfect across the board? No, but I wasn't willing to sacrifice progress in the gym also. I had one thing go badly and I was only willing to have that one thing go badly. I wasn't willing for shit to pile on top of that. So if you're in that situation, something I did and that helped me no end was lean on the people around you. Like your mates will be there for you more than you think. Family will be there for you more than you think. And whatever's happened, it might feel like the end of the world at the time, but days, weeks, months later, everything will get better. If you have the mindset that better things are coming and positive things are coming, it will happen. So something solid about having this bit of kit is later in the session when you're smoked, you can obviously change the resistance profile. You can make it drop off into that shortened position where you're going to be a decent amount weaker and load it a bit more through that lengthened where you've got a bit more power still. I have one lat that is a bit stronger than the other. So what I'd recommend to do if you're in a similar situation is do your weaker side first, go to failure, and then just match it on your stronger side. It makes no sense to just increase or further that imbalance by doing as much as you can on your already stronger side. I should probably logbook something. Biggest challenges for me is when I do a set, I don't count during the set. I just watch it back to see how many reps I've got, because I don't want to think about how many reps I'm doing. I want to think about just getting the next rep. So that's why I film a lot of stuff, to just actually see how many reps I've done. Boom. Oh. Just arms now, and rear delts actually. Currently cruising, and this is like, I'm getting my bloods done this week, so at the end of the week. So this point of a cruise phase is where I really see things start to drop off in terms of strength. There's some things that are holding on, but some things are going down. But as long as bloods are all good, we'll be back on blasting for just before prep. So it'll be a good start to prep for sure. So I've had a few messages recently about lads that are kind of unsatisfied with where they're at and with the work that they've put in to get there. They feel like they're not seeing the results that they should. And that's usually due to comparison of other people on social media. They're kind of looking at them and saying, why are they that big? Why are they in that kind of shape? And so they need to remember is those people that are in shape were in your position once. They were at the beginning once. They did feel small. They did feel, inadequate, or that they're not getting the results that they should. But how do you know how long they've worked to get there? That might be half a decade, a decade. You just need to keep going. And if you feel like you're not seeing any results at all, reach out to someone. Reach out to the people that have been there and done it. And I'm sure they'll be happy to point you in the right direction. Disgustingly heavy for single arm. And also I probably should have changed the resistance profile to load the length into a little bit more, but oh well, it's really not the end of the world. So 18 days now till prep starts, and then it will be, this is off the top of my head, about 14 weeks till the first show. And yeah, if I have the same response as the mini diet, it will be fantastic, because every prep before I've had to dig pretty damn hard towards the end. So if it's a bit more smooth sailing this time, I only really have to dig in really hard toward the end. That would be great, because in my other preps I feel like I've always turned up on the sort of flatter side, probably not showing my freshest physique, whereas this time round I think we definitely have a good chance of doing that.